What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today, we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Vanna, what's going on?
Hi. I just
Hi,
wanted to say thank
how are
you so much.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
You don't sound angry. What's wrong with you?
Well, there's a lot wrong with me.
Oh,
I actually wanted to say thank you for the content that you share. I think it takes a lot of courage to speak up like this in this time period that we live in, and with a lot of people that are going to get emotional. I can't say I'm really angry right now, but there was a point in my life that I was filled with a lot of rage, a lot of
okay.
anger, and I had to do a lot of inner work. And I'm still constantly working on myself. And I think a lot of the anger comes from one pain. Like for me, at least, I have to say it came from pain.
How old are you?
I'm 36 right now.
Okay, you need to turn off the YouTube in the background, or do you have YouTube
Nothing.
on? Okay, then
No,
turn that.
nothing is
Am
on.
I on speakerphone?
Yes, because if I
Okay,
take you off, well,
okay.
you're
Well,
on
if
the.
you do, no, okay. Well, just turn me down a little bit on your speakerphone
Oh,
because,
sure.
like, two ticks. There you go. All right.
Okay.
So, what's the
Is it
longest
better?
relationship? Yeah, what's the longest relationship you've been in?
The longest relationship was 4.5 years,
All right, and when did
and
that
that was
end?
about 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I've
Do you have
actually
any
been
children?
single. Sorry,
Do you have any children?
no, I don't.
And you're 30 what again?
I am 36.
Do you want to be married?
I do. I do want to be married, and
Kids?
I just realized that over the last year.
Any you want kids?
I've always wanted to adopt or foster, um, but I now that I'm here, I'm realizing I do want to have children. Yes.
So you want to have your own? Or you want
In all honesty, ideally, I would like to adopt or foster. The reasoning behind that, I don't want to sound like some kind of a saint. I just feel like there's a lot of kids in this world that really, really need love and need that. And I'm
let me
more than
let me help you out here though. Okay.
sure.
What state do you live in?
I live in Canada, actually. I'm in British Columbia.
All right. So at 36 years old,
Yes.
you want your ideal situation would to be able to find a man. Um do you want to have to work after you adopt these children?
Yes. I actually don't ever plan on completely stop working.
What percentage of the household financial load would you like to carry? That's everything. What
Oh,
percentage
would
of
I
the
like to? I honestly, I'm of the 50-50 mindset, so I would really love to be able to provide at least 50%.
entire financial load?
Yes.
All right. Um, are you looking to marry a man who's older than you?
Uh, I'm honestly I'm open to older, not so much younger. Old
How
more.
much?
I
How
would
much
prefer
older?
older.
How much older?
I'm open to up to 10 years older.
Just 10?
Oh, I didn't even think past 10, to be honest.
Well, okay. The way you're coming across is an assertive woman. Fine.
Yes.
But that works in business. It doesn't work in relationships.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know what you want, but
Hmm.
men who are marrying, I got news for you. They
Hmm.
tend to want, for the risk a man undertakes in the West for marrying a woman, they want to at least get their own seed into the next generation.
Right.
Without a biological child,
Hmm.
many men do not see the value in marriage.
Yeah.
Point blank
I
period. Point
agree
blank
with you.
period.
Yes. Yes.
So if you're talking about wanting to foster because or adopt because other kids, then because their children need that, I'm telling you how many men think about it. They're like, yeah, I need to make my own kids. I don't want to take over somebody else's kid because it's still like being a stepdad.
Right.
I don't think you ladies really understand how that impacts a man. He's going out to make himself the best version of himself to go raise another man's child. This is not how nature works. Even if you're willing to be a 50-50 partner, he still doesn't get his kid out of it.
Right.
So I understand that at 36, there may be limited options, but if you're not really going to consider having your own biological child,
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to come off as I'm not considering it. I absolutely, I'm
well, I've
more
asked it
working
3
with
times, and
reality.
you've said I've said it asked 3 times. You said adoption or foster. Not once did you say I want to have a baby.
I think that is coming from my lack mindset. I'm, like I said, I'm still a work in progress. I think for me, I'm thinking I'm 36 years old. What is the likelihood of me finding
Well, if you ain't having no
I
babies,
don't think I said
if you're not having this baby, the likelihood of finding somebody to marry gets diminished substantially.
right. Yeah.
I'm just being honest because most
Yeah.
men in the West have seen the horror stories. The 50+%
Right.
divorce rate and women initiating 7 or 8 out of 10 divorces. If a man is not going to at least get a child out of it, he's basically coming in saying, even in a 50-50 scenario, limited resources, I'm wasting time and potentially a portion of my resources to get what? To still be a stepfather.
Right.
And what I'm saying is, this is why my show does what it does. I understand you ladies know what you want, but do you ladies think you ladies don't seem to understand what men want?
Yeah.
What does
You're
the
right. You're
so
right.
at 36, the kind of man you want, what does he want from a woman?
What you just said. He would want children, ideally. All the other stuff that you spoke about, the fun, feminine, fit, all of that stuff.
Um now how tall are you? Are you fit?
I definitely did gain about 10 pounds over the last few months.
Yeah.
I'm 5'3".
Mhm.
I weigh 131 at the moment.
I mean, I can see that you're but the thing is, where's the femininity? Where's the softness?
You honestly, you hit the nail on the head. This is actually something I'm working on very actively right now because I
Mhm.
definitely am in my masculine, and I have been
Where's
most of
your
my life.
family? Where are you from, or where are your people from?
Um, my background, I'm Sri Lankan. I was born in India.
Uh-huh. That's
My
unusual.
dad left the family about 10,
Are
no,
you,
actually 13 years now.
is that you? Is that are you are the majority or the minority? Because most of the women I know from who are Indian are pretty feminine.
Yeah, it's true. I am definitely the minority, or at least I think I am. I guess I don't know
So,
everyone from
so
India,
was this
but
was this was this so was it were you taught this in your upbringing or did you learn this in your
yeah, unfortunately, I definitely was taught this in my upbringing. My parents always jokingly introduced me as their firstborn son.
okay?
I also
Their
saw the
firstborn
difference.
son that dudes wanted to have sex with.
I was pretty young at the time, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but your
basically,
body parts still worked. I mean, you went to college, right?
I did.
All right. So after college, you had a choice,
Yes,
and okay.
I absolutely messed up my choices.
I
In
mean,
the sense
okay.
that
So one,
yeah,
are you working with a therapist now?
I am.
Are you okay? And that's a clinician. Are you working with a female, someone to help you on your feminine journey?
So I don't have anyone tangible in person, but I do. This is something new to me. So over the last year, I've really been focusing on women that are in their feminine and watching their videos. I've reached out to a life coach,
Okay.
just so I can work on that aspect as well. Because I
All
honestly, I
right.
completely agree with you. I'm totally in my masculine. It's actually one of my insecurities now because I don't
Uh-huh.
know how to switch out of it, and I'm trying. I'm working on those things. But you were able to pick up within like a minute of talking to me, so that
Yeah, I picked it
means
up in that. Well, I do this for a living now. So
right, right.
I mean, most masculine men, most women get in their feminine by being around masculine men, but most masculine men would just go the opposite way because in today's environment, women like yourself, um, where we used to could sit around and talk to you, there's the legal issues and legal ramifications. So I would say this:
Mhm.
their clinician is great with femininity instructor, that kind of stuff, because just even in our communication, it is just direct. And what
Sorry,
that
it's just.
it's just direct. And I'm gonna tell you what it registers to me as a
Mhm.
masculine man is like, okay, let's just go have sex and I'm gonna leave. That's what it
Okay.
registers to me. It registers to me as though she would be great in bed. This we could have fun,
Okay.
but then after that, there's no way I could deal with this woman past orgasm.
Okay.
I'm being dead honest. And
Right.
unfortunately, that doesn't serve you well in the outcomes you want, and that also limits or diminishes who you are or could be by
Right.
you coming across masculine, and you're going to always get, not always, but you're likely going to get the short end of a relational stick, or even worse,
Mhm.
attract beta males, weak men
Right.
who need somebody who's stronger than them to lead them. And so, all right, well, let me think about that. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get on to the next person. Appreciate you being
Well,
honest.
thank you so much.
Bye bye.
What we just heard isn't that weird. This woman knows herself pretty well. She's honest about where she is right now. She's still trying to figure out how to get what she wants in real life. There's a lesson here for everyone. Being honest about your situation is where you start. When you stop making excuses and stop lying to yourself, you see the truth. And the truth always asks you to do something. She said her family taught her to be a certain way. That made her into someone she's still trying to change. But you need to know yourself, because relationships need more than just wanting them to work. You need to give the other person what they actually want, not just what you feel like giving. At 36, time is running out. She has fewer guys to choose from. Every day you waste being unsure is another day gone. You need to act fast and be clear about what you want. Guys, listen to this too. A lot of you work hard and do what you're supposed to do. The risks are huge. It's only worth it when you find the right girl. Someone who gets how hard you work and handles her own stuff. Here's the simple truth. Life doesn't care what you think you should get. It cares about what you choose and what you actually do. If you want more, then you need to be more. Not in what you say, but in what you do at every day. Because you can't hide from reality forever. It finds everyone. The only question is if you're ready or not.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Okay, I'm listening.
Go ahead.
I'm
How old
here
are
to learn.
how old are you, by the way?
I'm 23. My
All
name
right.
is Nisha.
So the question we're talking about, talking about a general subject that women love men who cheat, and not the last caller, but the caller before was a married woman who obviously loved her husband, and she condoned and accepted his cheating when they dated and afterwards. When we hear women often talking about the men they are so heartbroken by, but they keep going back to, are the very men who cheat. So my question is, why do women love men who cheat?
I suspect somehow we get addicted to it. I think the hormones and wanting to be accepted, and there is the other element of perhaps wanting to be chosen above the other woman for validation.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Unfortunately, yes, but I've also been guilty of cheating as well.
Okay. And so did you cheat on the same man who cheated on you?
No.
All right. So this is what confounds men. Did you get it cheated on first, or did you cheat on the other guy first? No one can see you.
Okay, so I'm bisexual, so it was sort of the other way around.
Okay, it was a woman.
I cheated on I was cheated on by a male. I decided, okay, I'll be with a woman, and I ended up cheating in that relationship, unfortunately.
So you got cheated on by a man. Your response was in another relationship, you cheated on a man with a woman?
Yes.
Okay. And how did he respond to that?
No, the woman. How did the woman respond
Oh,
to
how did the
that?
woman respond
Obviously,
to that?
she's devastated. Cheating hurts. I feel people speak about it because they're trying to sort of unpack the trauma. It hurts on both sides. I think it hurts men when they get cheated on, and it hurts women when they get cheated on. That's why people speak about it, because I feel like they're trying to understand, why is it happen? Am I not good enough? And I think that's the question that women ask, and that's what I got asked, like, why? Like, was I not good enough? And that's an impossible question to answer, because I think on both ends there's shame. It's shameful. It's sad.
No,
It
I think we don't.
hurts.
I don't think we talk about sex in an honest way.
Okay.
And there's a lot of misconceptions. But so a man cheated on you. Okay. So will you ever get married one day? Do you think?
I hope so.
Okay. Since you're bisexual, what will be your choice? Who would you choose to marry?
A man.
Yeah, these are all questions that okay. Um,
Pardon if it's a bit odd.
no, it's
I
not.
can
It's not
answer
because I've
why
dealt
if
with
you're
women who are no,
curious.
no, that's not hard to me. I've dealt with women who are
Okay.
bisexual. I've dated women who are bisexual, but it's not a common thing for a lot of people to understand it. So I'm trying to ask questions for the audience as well. Would you want a traditional relationship or a traditional marriage, or would you want a more open marriage?
That's a really good question. Just to confirm, express to me what you mean exactly by traditional
Traditional
and
husband, wife, just you two.
monogamous.
Well, yeah, that's what most people think of, and then the typical gender roles.
Hmm.
Ma- Or would you want something that approximates a little bit more fluid or modern situation?
That's a really good question.
I
It really
know.
makes me think.
No.
um, I would like the idea. So I love masculine energy, and I consider myself to be feminine, and I love the idea of submission. That's my truth. Um, the other
Submission
aspect,
in
so I would
hold on.
say
Submission in the relationship or submission in the bedroom?
that's even a better question.
Yeah, I
I
know that.
suspect
I mean, I
both.
know what I'm talking about.
I know, I can tell. You're making me think really deeply. I suspect both. Both.
But can you submit to
So
a
I
woman
would say
sexually? Can you submit sexually to a woman in the bedroom?
I would prefer to submit to a man, because the masculine energy is
Yeah, we're
very,
gonna put our
very,
foot on your
very.
head.
No, no, don't.
Yeah, you like it. Trust me. Jump off the dresser in it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a bit.
What? Jump off
It's
the
a comedy
what?
bit. It's a comedy bit.
And
But
land
seriously,
where?
oh, it's just a friend of mine in Atlanta. But here's the thing: if you
Okay.
are, then your husband,
Hmm.
would you want to bring someone in for both of you guys? Because I don't think you just. I mean, I have friends who I got female friends who are bisexual. They
Hmm.
have boyfriends, but they have sex with women, but they want relation. They want to be in a relationship with a man because they can't deal with women for the same reason men have a problem dealing with women. But they
Oh,
still want to do both of you.
oh, interesting. No, actually, I get it in that sense. I would go with traditional. I
Okay.
love the idea of monogamy. I like the idea of monogamy for health reasons. I like the idea of monogamy for resources. When you think of sort of the traditional, man goes out and gathers, or if just for an example, I'm not saying that. I'm just expecting my partner to go out and gather food, but just as an analogy, man goes out, a pre-modern man goes out, gathers the food, brings it back for the family. Sort of, I don't know if it would be ideal for me to have any
What
one of
part of the
us have
country
multiple
what part of the
partners.
world are you in?
I'm in London. So I'm from the
Okay.
Caribbean. I'm from Anguilla, and I live in London.
Well, if you're bisexual,
Hmm.
those urges don't necessarily go anywhere. So I find a lot of women who are bisexual tend to have more modern marriages, almost like an
Okay.
executive wife kind of thing. Because
Oh,
meaning, do you want children?
one child.
Yeah, see, that's what I've noticed that most women who kind of fit this profile don't want a lot of kids. Um, yeah, you got some thoughts to make, but you're gonna have that more liberal, sexually liberal kind of lifestyle. You need a man who you need partners who are going to be more on that wavelength, and that really doesn't fit well with traditional marriage. And a lot of people just aren't that open minded. You know, how old did you say you were again? 20 what?
23.
All right. Well, all the best to you, but if you know you like women, hey, I almost married a bisexual woman.
But Kevin, may I ask?
Go ahead.
Thank you. You mentioned urges. Um, Even if you may be attracted to someone else, if you're in a committed relationship, it doesn't mean that you have to act on it.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to act on it, but I'm realistic.
Okay.
Bisexual women tend to be attractive women, and women are attracted to women. Women are attracted to beauty.
Yes.
So is it most bisexual women who are married? They go get somebody outside their friend circle. They may recruit somebody. They may go on a trip. They may bring a professional in. They do what they do, and then they're going about their business. That's why I say
Okay.
it's a little bit more open. But the thing is, you get yours, he gets hers with her. You just have to have a conversation. Bisexual is
Okay.
not the norm in today, so you just have to have the conversation. But that's the problem. We don't have many sexual conversations. We just expect sex to work.
Mm,
And that's
got it.
bullshit. It doesn't work. We
You
have
speak
to
true
talk
about
about
that.
sex. Yeah, and we're going
Mm-hmm.
to speak more truth about that. And I'm going to bring on sex professionals, sexologists, and teachers because I stay in my wheelhouse and I let the pros talk about. I know what I've done and what I think, but I let the pros talk about that because one of the biggest taboos in relationships in general, Black people in particular, is we don't talk about sexuality, and we're just fucked up sexually. I'll just put it that way. We're fucked up sexually. Let me get back to some of these other folks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right.
Let's take a step back and really look at what just happened here. This conversation was less about bisexuality or cheating and more about contradiction. She says she wants a traditional relationship. She says she values monogamy, but her history and current mindset tell a different story. It's not about judgment, it's about logic. You can't plant the seeds of a modern, fluid lifestyle and expect to grow the fruits of structure and tradition. The two don't align. Wanting to be married and stable while still entertaining urges and emotional impulses is like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. Eventually, you burn out the engine. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're burning out emotionally because they're chasing freedom and stability at the same time. That doesn't work. You have to make a choice. You want traditional love? It takes sacrifice, boundaries, and consistency. You want freedom and exploration? That comes with risk, fluid expectations, and less permanence. Neither path is wrong, but pretending you can have both only leads to confusion. And in the end, pain. Kevin said something important. We don't talk about sex honestly. And that's the root of this whole conversation. We suppress, avoid, or over sexualize, but we rarely educate. We think sex should just work on its own. That's like expecting a plant to grow without water, sunlight, or care, especially in the Black community. Silence around sexuality creates cycles of shame, secrecy, and unmet expectations. We never build the foundation. We just keep rearranging broken pieces and hoping the structure holds. And when it doesn't, we blame the other person instead of the blueprint we never laid out. Now, to her credit, she was trying to explore these questions honestly, but desire without discipline leads nowhere. Wanting love is easy. Maintaining love, that takes emotional maturity. That takes self-control. That takes doing the hard work when no one's watching. So here's the takeaway. Don't say you want a stable, committed future if your actions are built on unstable, impulsive decisions. You're not building a legacy. You're living in survival mode. And no one builds a kingdom on chaos. If you found value in this breakdown, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that cuts through the noise. We don't sugarcoat over here. We speak truth with clarity, and accountability always comes first. Drop a comment below. Was she being honest or avoiding the real work? I want to hear your take. Until next time, keep your mind sharp, your standards high, and your emotions in check. This is Stoic Context. See you in the next one.